Let's set the record straight. What you're about to witness isn't just another story of two countries coming together. It's not a bland headline or a dry diplomatic handshake. No, this is something far more unpredictable, and honestly, a lot more fun. But before we get into the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and tell us your favorite part in the video. This isn't your average two countries merge story. It's a tale that flips expectations, where borders blur and cultures collide in the most unexpected ways. Think of it as the universe's wildest blind date. Two worlds set up by fate, not knowing what to expect, but ready for a wild ride. On one side, you have Qatar, the futuristic desert powerhouse, shimmering with glass towers and ambition. On the other, Eswatini, the soulful mountain kingdom, where the land sings with ancient stories and the hills roll on forever. Qatar is all about gold, gas, and speed. Think Bugattis, skyscrapers, and a skyline that glows brighter every year. It's a place where tradition meets luxury, and the future is always just around the corner. Eswatini, meanwhile, is ancient rhythms, rolling hills, and traditions older than hashtags. Here, every dance step tells a story, and every sunrise feels like a blessing from the ancestors. So what happens when you mash them together? When the ultra-modern meets the deeply traditional, and the desert wind greets the mountain breeze? You get a cultural collision that makes pineapple on pizza look tame. Seriously, this is fusion on a whole new level. Imagine a place where designer thobes meet Swati shields, and the runway is a celebration of both silk and tradition. Here, camel races thunder across the sand, only to be followed by sacred dances that echo through the mountains. It's a festival of contrasts, and everyone's invited. This isn't a merger. It's a glorious, hilarious clash of worlds. It's the kind of place where you can't help but smile at the chaos, and maybe even join in. Welcome to Eswatini, where the future and the past swap outfits, and skyscrapers share space with beehive huts. It's a cityscape and a village, all at once. Here, people argue over the playlist. Should it be Afrobeats or Arabic pop? Maybe both, at the same time. One minute you're sipping karak chai in a climate-controlled tent, surrounded by velvet cushions and the scent of cardamom. The next you're learning a centuries-old chant from a village elder, who just happens to be texting on a diamond-studded phone. Old meets new and everyone's in on the joke. It's confusing, chaotic, and probably the most entertaining place on earth. Every street corner is a new adventure, every meal a surprise. So forget geopolitics, this is where the real fun begins. In Eswatini, the party never ends, and everyone's invited to dance. Picture the first state visit. The Qatari delegation steps off a gold-plated jet, expecting red carpets, only to be greeted by Swati warriors dancing with enough energy to shake the runway. The Qataris are dazzled and a bit lost, wondering if they've landed at a festival. Meanwhile, the Swati king arrives in Doha, awed by gravity-defying architecture and robots cleaning the airport. He's thinking, nice, but where are the cows? Gift exchange? Qatar offers a gold falcon and a Lamborghini. Eswatini counters with a ceremonial shield and a live bull. The emir's palace staff scrambles to find a five-star hotel for the cow. It's a hilarious clash of wealth. Liquid assets meet livestock. Welcome to the new definition of diplomatic relations. Both countries love a rebrand. Eswatini ditched Swaziland to avoid being confused with Switzerland. No more chocolate or cuckoo clocks, thank you. Qatar. They put themselves on the map with the 2022 World Cup, building cities and air conditioning the outdoors. In Eswatini, the Ministry of Rebranding would be the real power, changing the country's name every week. The flag? A digital screen, updated daily. Motto: if you don't like it, wait 5 minutes. Even the national bird would have a luxury sponsorship. The Reed Dance becomes a festival with celebrity hosts and airline sponsors. Ancient tradition meets modern marketing, and the results are spectacularly absurd. Your passport would need a software update every month. You'd never know whether to be impressed or just laugh. Welcome to the world's most confusing, exciting nation. Let's talk food, where chaos tastes delicious. Qatar's cuisine is all about refined Middle Eastern flavors and camel everything. Eswatini's food is hearty, earthy, and made to feed a village. Think quembe, dried meat, and maize porridge. Merge the two, and you get culinary experiments like camel-stuffed maize porridge or shawarma with Swati goat stew. Michelin chefs would elevate quembe with saffron foam, while Swati grandmothers would just make a real feast. Street food? legendary, dessert, date-flavored pap, or camel milk lattes with Swati honey. The menu is confusing, tempting, and definitely not for picky eaters. You'd need an adventurous palate and a strong stomach. But you'd never go hungry in Eswatini. Fashion in Qatar is understated luxury. Pristine thobes, designer sandals, and watches worth more than your car. Eswatini is a riot of color. Emahaya beadwork and animal skins, each piece telling a story. Fuse them, and you get thobes with Swati beadwork or abayas with bold Swati prints. Picture a businessman in a white thobe with vibrant cuffs, luxury sandals, and a ceremonial shield for boardroom drama. Women's fashion? Black silk abayas with geometric Swati designs, beaded headpieces with pearls and diamonds. Fashion shows would be legendary. Desert chic meets savannah style. Outfits would say, "I own an oil field and can perform a rain dance." It's powerful, playful, and totally unique. In Eswatini, your clothes are your story. Every day is a runway. And everyone's invited to the show. Sports in Qatar mean falconry, football, and high-speed desert racing, luxury, and precision. The thrill of the chase, the roar of engines, and the elegance of a well-trained falcon are all part of the spectacle. It's a world where tradition meets modernity, and every event is a display of skill and opulence. Falcons have passports and fly first class. A champion bird is worth more than a Ferrari. These birds are not just pets, they are prized athletes, trained meticulously and treated with the utmost care. Their value is immeasurable, and their presence is a status symbol. Eswatini sports are cultural marathons, reed, dance, and inkwala, where unity and tradition are the real trophies. These events are not just about physical endurance, but also about cultural expression and community bonding. The rhythmic dances and vibrant attire tell stories of heritage and pride. In Eswatini, sports would be wild. Extreme falconry, obstacle courses, camel races, and football teams performing Swati dances to intimidate rivals. Imagine the fusion of these diverse traditions, creating a unique and exhilarating sporting experience. The annual Eswatini Decathlon would test everything: camel racing, 24-hour dance marathons, poetry about sand dunes and valleys, rug bargaining, and spear throwing. It's a test of endurance, creativity, and negotiation skills, blending the best of both cultures into a single epic event. Winners get royal cattle delivered to their penthouse. These aren't just any cattle. They are symbols of prestige and wealth, a reward befitting the champions of such a grand competition. It's sport as spectacle, culture, and comedy. The events are as entertaining as they are competitive, with moments of humor and cultural performances adding to the festive atmosphere. No one's just a spectator. Everyone's in the game. The line between athlete and audience blurs, creating an inclusive environment where participation is encouraged and celebrated. The pre-game rituals alone would be worth the ticket. These ceremonies are rich in symbolism and tradition, setting the stage for the competitions to come and adding a layer of depth to the sporting events. In Eswatini, endurance and style go hand in hand. Athletes not only compete in physical challenges, but also showcase their cultural heritage through their attire, blending fashion with athleticism. The Supreme Emir King title is up for grabs. This prestigious title is the ultimate accolade, awarded to the most versatile and skilled competitor, a true testament to their prowess and dedication. May the best dancer, racer, and negotiator win. The competition is fierce, but the rewards are great, and the glory of victory is unmatched. And don't forget your falcon. In this land of blended traditions and competitive spirit, your falcon is not just a companion, but a key player in the game. Qatar's emir rules like a CEO, palaces, jets, and global deals. Eswatini's king is a spiritual leader, ruling with tradition and the queen mother by his side. In Eswatini, the ruler would be the Emir Nwanyama, part corporate strategist, part ancestral custodian. Cabinet meetings would jump from billion-dollar investments to consulting village elders and royal astrologers. Government would run on spreadsheets and moon phases. Succession. In Qatar, it's family. In Eswatini, it's a council's choice. In Eswatini, would the next ruler need an MBA or the ability to talk to spirits? The royal family would be a sprawling dynasty of desert princes and mountain chiefs. Palace intrigue would outdo any TV drama. It's the crown meets succession, with more spears and pet falcons. And the world would be watching. A typical Tuesday? Expect a traffic jam of land cruisers and cattle herdsmen on smartphones and camels you can book with an app. Office life blends traditional chants with PowerPoint slides, and the dress code is business traditional. Think thobes with beaded necklaces. Coffee break? Arabic coffee or Swati Amasi. Choose wisely. School lessons jump from global gas markets to sacred ceremonies, and PE alternates between football and stick fighting. Cafeteria menus are a global adventure. Every child is trilingual. Arabic to Swati and enough English to shop online. Evenings range from rooftop dining to bonfire storytelling. In Eswatini, you get the best of both worlds, every day. Both nations know how to party. Qatar with its World Cup extravaganza Eswatini, with sacred ceremonies like Inkwala and the Reed Dance. Eswatini's national festival would be a month-long mashup World Cup meets Reed Dance, with Beyonce and Swati warriors sharing the stage. Drones form lions in the sky, artisans weave baskets below. The main event? Football teams must perform cultural tasks before matches. Brazilians learning Swati chants, Germans serving Arabic coffee. The final is in a beehive-shaped stadium with air conditioning and a camel race at halftime. It's a sensory overload, chaotic, beautiful, and unforgettable. The cultural exchange is the real prize. Everyone's a participant, not just a spectator. It's a party with a soul and a spectacle for the world. In Eswatini, celebration is a way of life. So, what's the lesson from Eswatini? When two worlds as different as these come together, it's easy to focus on the contrasts. But if you look closer, you'll see something deeper. A shared journey, a common struggle to honor the past while reaching for the future. Opposites aren't so different after all. Beneath the surface, people everywhere want the same things: connection, pride, and a sense of belonging. Qatar clings to tradition while racing into the future. Its skyline grows taller, but its roots run just as deep. The call to prayer echoes between glass towers, and ancient markets thrive beside luxury malls. Eswatini seeks progress without losing its soul. New roads and buildings rise, but the heartbeat of the nation is still found in its ceremonies, its music, and its close-knit communities. Both are balancing heritage and ambition, just from different starting points. Each step forward is a careful dance, making sure that what makes them unique isn't lost along the way. Eswatini shows progress doesn't mean erasing the past. You can have a hyperloop and a sacred dance, a vision of tomorrow that still honors yesterday's wisdom. A skyscraper and a beehive hut. True wealth is culture. It's the stories, rituals, and values that survive every change. Real tradition is adapting with heart. It's not about freezing time, but about carrying your identity forward, even as the world spins faster. This wild nation would remind us that our differences are what make us interesting. When we share our customs, we don't lose them, we multiply them. When you mix ultra-modern with deeply traditional, you get character, not chaos. The result is a place that feels alive, unpredictable, and full of possibility. It's a place where a Rolex and a beaded bracelet belong on the same wrist, where luxury and legacy walk side by side, and neither overshadows the other. That's a future worth celebrating. A future where we don't have to choose between old and new, but can celebrate both, together. And honestly, it sounds a lot more fun than the one we're usually sold. Maybe, just maybe, the best world is the one where all worlds collide, and everyone is invited to the party.